Alright, Shalom. First up, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to all the Akim out there doing this work in all sincerity and in all truth. Shalom to the Elps, yes, the sisters, the Akwat, yes, Shalom to the elect overall. This is the Akai War from James, Jamaica. Coming at you once again with just another lesson, and this is a brief lesson on total eclipse that's about to take place in a couple of hours time, and these things are just signs that were written in the scriptures of before, and not how you see Eastside and just start theorizing things and tell you what causes a total eclipse. And what do this and what do that mean. Everything happening all in the spirit and the power of Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Yes, because these are the things that were written in the holy scriptures, which is the word of the Lord, Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, who the world ignorant to call Jesus Christ, and who the world ignorant to call Jehovah and Jesus Christ. Their true name, the Father, is Yahawah, and his Son name is Yahawashi. Alright? So just want to get straight into the lesson. Basically, this is just for edification, man, and that's to show us that these things were written off aforetime for our learning, which is the scripture has actually tell us, man. Romans 4 and verse Romans 15 verse 4. I'm just bring a precepts. Bring a precept first. So Romans 15 and verse 4, it says, For whatsoever things were written of aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Yes, and these are the things that give us hope. See? The things that were written of aforetime. See? The signs, the visions, the prophecies. See? When the Lord tell us the things to look for, see? For his comings. See? In the time of his coming, when his coming is near. And the coming of the Lord is, guess what? Is what? It's our redemption. It's our salvation, man. As it is written in Romans 11 and verse 13. Just bear with me a few. Salakia. This is Romans 13 and verse 11. Salakia. It says this, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. And it is actually near. It's very near, man. Our salvation is near, man. Because these are some signs that we're supposed to look for, before the day of the Lord approach. And the day of the Lord mean the day of the salvation of the nation of Israel, actually the salvation of the elect. Because they are the elect, the 144 plus a third, they are the ones who is going to be delivered first. 2/3 is going to be destroyed, and when returning the kingdom when the time is right, man, in their right mind and state. But the elect are the ones who are preparing now, who are being prepared to run the earth in its glory and in its righteousness when the Lord Yahawah shall return. So first up, just get into this article. It says here, a total lunar eclipse will turn the moon red. Here's how to watch. It says the moon will glow a scarlet color during this year's first total lunar eclipse, and this is the first one. And we know these men Esau go about doing these things because some people that call themselves astrologers, or which are stargazers, star watchers. You have a lot of people eyeing astrology, witchcraft. Look for these things. These are the times when Esau go about doing his sacrifices, man. Not finding it surprisingly, when you see like a thing like the shooting that take place yesterday at that basically supermarket in America where 10 people got shot. See? Hey, we just had Esau celebrating their one of their pagan day earlier this month, the May Day, May 1st. See? These things go back to these men, blood sacrifices, man. So basically, hey, we in that time, man, and the scripture say, yeah, a lot of more people deep in this astrology thing. See? When the Lord said we stay far from these things, man, because these things are witchcraft. These are not wisdom unto our people, man. These are wickedness. Scripture said the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. So basically, we're not supposed to partake in these things. So the Lord said, Jeremiah 10:1, it says, hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Be not dismayed. This Lord says actually dismay. Be not you must not be afraid. Dismay mean not to be afraid or scared. I'm just see if I can get that in the basically my soul. Bring it out. The word dismay there. Dismay. Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. It says, be not dismay. The word dismay there is from the Hebrew word katat. Zin, to be shattered, be dismayed, to be broken, be abolished, to be afraid. Zin, as the elect of the Lord Yahawashi, we must not be afraid of these things, men, because as the elect, these things, when we see them come to pass, these are signs and wonders where the Lord said we look out for. Zin? So the heathens are dismayed at these things. That's why you see a lot of people go crazy about these things when them see them. Them go, them want to get a spectacular view, get them buy them telescope, them binoculars, just to see. Zin? And a lot of people, these things worry their mind. See? But we as the elect, we're supposed to be worried about these things, man. See? Because these things is for our salvation. See? As it is written. We're supposed to learn the ways of the heathen. To be shattered, to be broken, to be dismayed, to be broken. We're not supposed to be broken down when we see these things. These things are supposed to be as signs of happiness, because our salvation is coming. It's like this video that been going on from with this this is a Ezekielite brother, basically looking at the satellite, the space satellite image of basically images of chariots, so-called UFOs, Zin, and he's hey, let me see if I can these are the, and he must say, what is this? What is this? What are these? It's like him said, the aliens are coming. See? When we see these things, we know our salvation is at hand, man. See? We know what these things represent. These are signs and wonders, and the things the scriptures tell us to look for. Let's get back to the article here. It says the moon will glow scarlet color this year's total on Sunday, a stark contrast to the ordinarily milky white sheen. See? So it's a full moon, and basically the full moon, you're not gonna have the ordinary look. It's gonna have a size. What I'm gonna call this one is a flower moon or something like that. See, them have all different names for it, man. See, but we just know what these things are, man. It says a partial eclipse will age at 10:27 p.m. Eastern, with the total eclipse in at 11:29 p.m. Eastern. According to that, yes, the total eclipse will end at 12:53 a.m. Alright, so these are the signs them safe look out for. Zin says basically them say the earth and the sun with a line and such passing through. But we know through the spirit and power of the Lord Yahawashi, right? The scriptures have given us directions of what these things are, man. Let's jump to the book of Luke 21. We'll start about verse 25. See? And it says here, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations. And we've been seeing that distress of nations. Distress, because guess what? A lot of these things we see that take place right now. It's actually a lot of distress is going on all over the earth. See? So when we see these are signs we're supposed to look for, and these things are very significant. Signs in the sun, in the moon. Earlier, I think this month, earlier in the year, I think it's about last month, we had a partial, or would them say a rare solar eclipse. See? Happen. Then so these are signs in the sun, in the moon, and the stars. And actually relating to the video that I was talking about with this Issachar brother, basically when you see a fleet of these things coming across and the NASA satellite space imagery, see him see these things that's going across, and him start make a one bag of excitement over it, man. See? I think let me see if I can get that video. If I not, alright, this is the video with the Issachar, right, brother, and I'm just gonna play like a few little clippings. It have a couple languages in it, so so you know, so basically, as I said, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. So we know what these things are, man. What we're supposed to look out for. Just get into the video.
You see what the fuck I'm telling you guys? I'm not fucking playing fucking thieves. These are fucking fleets. What the fuck is that? That's a mothership. That's like a. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. There's something going on. This is a.
Yeah. So basically, it's just a clipping from the video, just to show what the brother what this man right here is Issachar, Issachar, right? A so-called Mexican, big showing the fleets of so-called UFO and the satellite image from outer space, and it's basically you see these things coming across. So we know what these things represent, man. We know what they represent. Back to Matthew. It says no, Salakia, the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, and perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. Let me just go in that word, distress. It's from the Greek word. I can't speak Greek so well. It's sonok, or sonok. All right, holding together, ignoring the stress, the contracting part of a way. It's metaphorically distress, anguish. So you have anguishment. A whole heap of anguish going on across the earth. We have famine looming. We have all kind of different stuff happening at the same time, man. All kind of different disasters. Farmers losing crops, all kind of different madness going on across the world, man. So the world is in the entire distress. Wars and rumors of wars spreading here and there. So different things taking place across the earth, man. So people everyday life is being disrupted. So these are signs to show you that the end is near and the end of Esau world is at hand, man. This kingdom, definitely, man. And it says men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And the powers of heaven is talking about, you have many of them rulership. Them might get shaken up. They might tremble. The top banking elites, Rothschilds and all of them, man. Then the powers, these powers of this current rulership is being shaken up. Seeing all these things, man. Great fear falling up on them. See? Because them know what time is it, man. The time they have their hand. The joy of the hypocrite is for a moment. Esau, knowing that he have a short time, so he might come down with great wrath. See? And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Hey, and so basically, these things are going to take place. You know, we have major prophecies to fulfill. The MOTB, the World War III, all of these things, man. You see that thing on the satellite, see? You know, the Lord is preparing for his return. See? That big fathership. See? Even that Issacharite man, he might represent, he actually call that ship the mothership, but no, it's a fathership, man. That's a big chariot. The Lord, Yahawashi is returning in, man. See? So, seeing these things, man, that he says, men hearts feeling, he says, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. The powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man, yes, the Lord Yahawashi, coming in a cloud. That's why the scripture said he made the clouds his chariots. See? In a Revelation, he said he cometh with clouds, and all eyes shall see him. So the thing, so when the scripture said all eyes shall see him, it means, yes, the ship is gonna be so huge, man. See? It's gonna be so massive that it's gonna be everywhere. And when those things began to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draw nigh. See? Look up, your redemption draw nigh. See? These are signs to show us that before the great day of the Lord. See? Let us just stop it off. Joel 2 and verse 31. It says, the sun shall be turned into darkness. Talking about what? It's a lunar or a solar eclipse. Zin can turn the sun into darkness. Zin? And basically, the time will come when, hey, the World War III happen, the thermonuclear war. Zin? You have that time when the earth, the sun, when those missiles drops, the sun will go black out. Them call it a nuclear winter. See? All that can turn the sun to darkness. But hey, basically, these are signs to look for. Sun turn into darkness. See? The earth covered. See? In darkness, man. Into darkness. And the moon into blood. And basically, when they refer to this moon as a blood moon. See? These are signs to look for. See? Before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. See? But basically, it's going into these signs that we are looking into, man. These signs that we are seeing happening on earth now. See? Which the partial solar or the lunar eclipse. See? Are some of the signs to look for. The Adventists them have it to say that day that come already. Even the day when they went to say the stars are falling from heaven. Then basically say it's back in 1833 when they have the full blackout over America. And basically you have the Lisbon earthquake, the great earthquake where them like the scripture talk about earthquake. And then basically have this weird doctrine, man. See? But then basically tell you about the blood moon. See? What happened back in a such time. See? But these are signs just to show you that just one of the signs before the day of the Lord to come. See? It says into blood before the great and the terrible. That's what the word terrible here. Na yam. Hebrew word. Face. Panya is actually face. For the face of the Lord, the presence is in before, front, is in front. So basically, this is telling you that before the Lord show him face. Again, these are signs to look for, man. See? Yeah. These are the signs to look for. So, hey, scripture tell about all kind of different signs. Even the book of Ezra's, man. See? So, like, yeah. Hey, this phone locked up now. This phone acting up, man. Getting stupid on me. So like, yeah, sorry about that, brothers and viewers. Let's go. Going to the precept, 2 Ezra's 9 and verse 1. He says, 2 Ezra's 9 and 1. He says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. The Lord said him tell us these things before. See? But the sun and the moon and the signs, you know, the stars and all of these things have been written before time for our learning. See? To know, so when we see these things, our salvation is near. Alright? Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, sedition, all of these things, the scriptures tell us about them and to look for. You see Jamaica have a lot of strikes from the other day. 3 different groups of people strikes. The Water Commission members, the Air Traffic Control. We have seen the National Housing Trust members. There's different strikes going on across the world. We're checking Sri Lanka. People pushing politicians' vehicle in water and all of these things over in rivers and all these things, man. You go in the news, it's all kind of distress going on and it hurt, man. See? People being fed up. God allowed to put a spirit upon them to get hungry, man. See? Fed up on them leaders and all these people that have control over them at the moment. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the most I spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath an beginning and an end is in, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginning in wonder and powerful works, and ending in effects and signs. Yes, in effects and signs. See it? So these are effects and signs and wonders. The signs in the heavens, signs in the stars, signs in the moon, signs in the sun. See, all of these things, man, are significant to the coming of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. Our Savior Yahawashi, which that is his name. Yahawashi, he saves, he delivers. That's what his name represents. Then he's our deliverer. Then so all these are the signs that we're supposed to look for knowing that our Savior is on his way, man. Then the signs of heaven, then because we see them happening and things that are taking place on the earth. See, the stress of nations, wars and rumors of wars, all of these things the Lord has told us. See, the things to look for. So that's how we know our salvation is near. See, so we just have to just continue to be diligent in doing the work of the Lord Yahawashi. See, continue to beg the Lord mercy, man, and come to deliver us, man. These are the signs. See, total moon eclipse, total lunar eclipse. Yes, all of these things, man. So with that, I just want to say, all praises to Yahweh, Yahawashi, Bashim Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Stone, and salutation to all the Akim out there doing this work in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect again and again. Shalom.